Melissa Friedrich, and I am currently presenting about high-quality connections and specifically focusing on respectful engagement. The first section was we had to do some planning. So first was what outcome are you trying to achieve, and I chose that I was trying to have better communication with my spouse. And it asked with whom did I work and why, which obviously I worked with my spouse, Alex. I worked with him because I felt that respectful communication is something that's very important in marriage, and it's something that we've been trying to work on and be better about. So the main thing that we focused on was planning our weeks out. Things tend to get a little crazy. I have 3 children under the age of 8, and we are really bad about sitting down and planning like meals and planning, what's going to happen, who's going to need what car. And I wanted to focus on making sure that we could start communicating better about what we needed to have done during the week. So then nobody has any hard feelings. We each have designated things that we need to get done, and I don't feel so overwhelmed doing everything as the stay-at-home mom. So what action steps did we take? Well, we sat down and we really focused on checklists. So my husband had told me that he works better when he has a list to work off of. I tend to make mental checklists, but he likes it written out in front of him. So we sat down, we made a checklist of specific things that we each wanted to do. So I gave him 3 or 4 chores that I could use help with during the week. And then I wrote, 3 or 4 chores that I wanted to get accomplished for the week. And just kind of so on and so forth. So I have a really hard time not overdoing it, and I really wanted to focus on making my task not so overwhelming and just sticking specifically with what I had written down so that I was able to focus on that and truly complete the job and do it in a good manner. Something that really surprised me was my husband having a list really did help a lot. I wasn't getting irritated with having to remind him constantly to do something. It was just, hey, look at the list, and if everything's done, check it off, and just, make sure that you're able to get it done. And instead of becoming overwhelmed and thinking, well, I still have to do this and this and this and this, I said, no, I just need to look at my chart, make sure I have it done, look at his chart, make sure he has it done, and then that's it. So it definitely made me have more flexibility throughout the week. We were less stressed in the evenings because we weren't both running around trying to catch up with everything. And it made the kids happier too because I could really focus on just, playing with them and doing activities with them instead of just constantly having to worry about errands or chores or anything like that because I knew exactly what I needed accomplished. So it says, how were you thinking or feeling during the interaction? It was really stressful sitting down and looking at everything and saying, okay, I'm only going to do these 3 things on Monday and these 3 things on Tuesday. I tend to be an overachiever and I really just like to get everything done on my list in my head. But just focusing on just a few specific things definitely helped a lot. It just helped us have better communication as a couple in general because we knew what to expect. I think that I did not prefer the HQC method as much as I preferred the appreciative inquiry because I think the AI definitely worked more towards the way that I naturally do things rather than sitting down and really being very logical and specific about things. I also think that being on the receiving end of the HQC is it's helpful because you have a list to follow rather than just coming up with things as you're doing them. But I also think that it can be almost underwhelming because you think, okay, I've got these 3 things to do, and that's it. And then there's still, in my brain, I'm still going, okay, but I have more stuff to do. So it's just kind of accepting the fact that it's not going to all be a simple solution all at once.